Guys, welcome back. It's me, Ashley Pickens, your favorite, your auction mama here in Memphis, Tennessee. If you're new here, welcome. I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate agent. I've also been a real estate broker, but most of you know me as your auction mama because I auction off properties at the courthouse. I'm the one that says going once, going twice, sold. That is what I do. But I also try to make videos and master classes and try to teach you a little something about the distressed real estate market. So, Q3 foreclosure numbers are out. September foreclosure numbers are out. Let's get into it. Let's talk about how many properties have started the foreclosure process, how many have auctions scheduled, and how many REOs do we have for third quarter and September. Let's do a little timeout real quick. One thing we need to talk about that I want to talk about as an agent, as our real estate industry, there are a lot of things going on right now in our country with layoffs and potential layoffs and furloughs and everything. And I just want to encourage you, and I think our entire real estate community should start saying this as well. If you are a homeowner behind on your mortgage, if you're a homeowner who is facing a layoff or just got laid off, contact your lender, communicate with your lender. There are things that they offer you. You guys, you can get a forbearance, like a 6-month forbearance. Don't just sit there, and I know your anxiety is high, your blood pressure is high. I get it, but don't just sit there and do nothing and be stressed out, okay? Call your lender. Let them know, hey, I just got laid off, right? Just give you the heads up. Is there a forbearance? Sometimes they give like 6 months forbearance, so you have time to get yourself together, figure out what you're going to do, maybe find another job. But don't just go silent and don't just stop paying your mortgage. Call them, let them know you're not by yourself, okay? And I hope other realtors and real estate professionals in our industry remind people that we have to show up not just at the closing table and cash commission checks. Keep the same energy you have with your clients when you're going to a closing as in when they're in a time of distress, right? Keep that. I challenge all agents, real estate professionals, send an email, post it on social media, let people know their options, okay? Boom. Now, got that off my chest. Let's talk about foreclosures, the reason why you are here. So, ATTOM released its latest data report for Q3 2025. Shows we have a total of 101,000 properties with a foreclosure filing during the third quarter of 2025. 101,513 properties have a foreclosure filing on them for Q3. That means they just got that notice of default, they just got behind and they just started the foreclosure process. They have an auction scheduled, or the lender has repossessed the property and it is an REO property. Okay, that is up 17% from a year ago today. This report also shows a total of 35,602 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings in September 2025, up 20% from a year ago. So let's talk about cities and states with the most foreclosure starts. The first phase, okay? A total of 72,317 properties started the foreclosure process in Q3, up 16% from a year ago. States that had the greatest number of foreclosure starts in third quarter: Texas has been at the top of every single list. Texas, 9,736 new foreclosures. Florida, 8,909. California, 7,862. Illinois, 3,515 foreclosure starts. And New York had 3,234 foreclosure starts. What do y'all think is going to happen with layoffs and furloughs and people not getting paid? Like, how many of y'all know somebody who can go 60 days without a paycheck? Not a lot of people, right? That's why I say get on the phone with your lender. Get on the phone with your lender. So, cities with the greatest number of foreclosure starts: Houston, Texas. Houston has been on the list go back and watch my other videos. Houston, Texas has been on the list almost all year. 3,763 foreclosure starts in Houston, Texas. New York City had 3,452 foreclosure starts. Chicago, Illinois, 3,144. Miami, Florida had 2,502 foreclosure starts. And Los Angeles, California had 2,321. Those are the new foreclosures, people getting behind and going into foreclosure, okay? Worst overall foreclosure rates, all right? So the states, we have Florida, Nevada, not Nevada, Nevada, South Carolina, Illinois, and Delaware. What's going on in Delaware? What's going on in Delaware? Y'all really, all of a sudden, Delaware is starting to pop up on, is this like some federal jobs and government jobs? Is that what it is up there? Delaware is starting to creep its way up the list. So, cities, let's pinpoint cities. Lakeland, Florida, Columbia, South Carolina, Cape Coral, Florida, Cleveland, Ohio, and Ocala, Florida. Okay, bigger cities with at least 1 million residents, including Cleveland at number 4. Top 20 included Jacksonville, Florida at number 6, Las Vegas, Nevada at number 9, Houston, Texas at number 14, and Orlando, Florida at number 17. Boom, overall highest foreclosure rates across the country. And last but not least, let's talk bank repossessions. Those are REO properties, you guys. Bank repossessions increased 33% from a year ago. Lenders repossessed 11,723 U.S. properties through foreclosure in quarter 3, up 33% from a year ago. The states that had the greatest number of REOs in quarter 3 were Texas with 1,288. California had 1,132. Florida had 762 REOs. Pennsylvania had 708. And New York had 644 REO properties. I try to tell you, where do you find REO properties? That's HUDHomestore.gov, HomePath.com, HomeSteps.com, Bank of America, Truist, and Wells Fargo have their own REO sites. V as in Victor, RM Properties, I'll type it down below so you can see. VRMproperties.com, that's another REO bank owned site. You go on there and you negotiate. It's the end of the year. We're in quarter 4. A lot of these banks want to clear these properties off their list. So go in there. If you see a property, negotiate. You can use financing to buy bank owned properties. That's FHA 203K, FHA 203H. Boom. A lot of y'all don't know what a 203H loan is. That is that FHA loan for people who have had a natural disaster, right? So wildfires, floods, they'll give you, a loan if you're in one of those areas. They will also give you a loan if you're a renter and want to buy in those areas. FHA 203H, okay? Conventional, FHA, private money. You can use all those forms of payments when it comes to buying a bank-owned property. Get an inspection. When a bank sells you a property, it is as is. What you see is what you get. Take your contractor with you out there and estimate your repairs and then put that in your offer, okay? That's what you do when you submit your contract. You submit your offer with your pre-approval, earnest money, same exact way, except that the seller is the bank and not Jack and Jill down the hill. You know what I mean? So, bank-owned properties. Now, let's talk about the average days to complete a foreclosure. Y'all, people have been in the foreclosure pipeline for a long time. A long time. Okay? I know there are people who have not paid their mortgage since COVID. Since COVID, people have still not paid their mortgage. Okay? So, properties foreclosed in quarter 3 had been in the foreclosure process for an average of 608 days. 608 days. That's how long it is taking on average for the bank to foreclose on people. This represents a 6% decrease. It was higher than that. It was definitely higher than that. from the previous quarter. States with the longest average foreclosure timelines. We've got Louisiana with 3,632 days. It takes the average homeowner in Louisiana, their foreclosure timeline is 3,632 days. What is that, like 15 years? You might as well. But y'all know 1 in 8 homes in Louisiana are upside down. 1 in 8. 1 in 8 are underwater in Louisiana. Nevada, 2,667 days is how long it takes to foreclose. Can you imagine not paying your mortgage for 3,632 days? Rhode Island, it takes 1,929 days to foreclose. New York, 1,867 days. And Hawaii, 1,710 days. States with the shortest average foreclosure timelines. We've got West Virginia, 135 days. Texas, 154 days. Virginia, 160 days. Wyoming, 165 days. And Montana, 174 days. Of course, some of these states are judicial and non-judicial. If it is a judicial state, they go to court, they can contest it, they do all that. Non-judicial, you get behind, they file that notice of sale, and they're going to take your house. So I'm sure that plays a major part in it. So keep in mind, if you are behind on your mortgage, you guys communicate with your lender. There's so many programs depending on what kind of loan you have. Y'all, look at me. You know, after I get through with all the data, then I have to really talk to y'all. Shout out to everybody. Y'all know I am live tonight, tomorrow night. I was live last night. I think it's got like 1,500 views. 7 p.m. Central Time. I'll be live right here on YouTube tonight. Today is October 11th. It is Saturday, October 11th. If you're watching this, subscribe, like, comment, do all that. But I'll be live tonight on YouTube, tonight and tomorrow night, Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central. Come see me. Let's talk about real estate, foreclosures, auctions, REOs, pre-foreclosures, all of that. Whew. Y'all, I can talk. I surprise myself sometimes at how much I can talk. Goodness. But shout out to everybody that joined me last time. Joined me last night. It was a good time, always. But y'all, it's just so much going on in the country right now. And I even heard, y'all, they saying veterans might not get their military pay since the government shut down and all that kind of stuff. Veterans might not get their money. Employees that were furloughed are getting permanently let go. You know what I mean? It's just so much going on. Y'all, don't be loyal to jobs. You cannot be loyal to a job. And like I said, at this point, if you get a pop-up meeting on your calendar with you and HR, baby, just go and pack it up. Pack it up. Get your little flower pots out your cubicle. Get your little space heater, your blanket, and just go and go to the house. Because you know what it is, okay? And just plan accordingly. We're going into the holidays. Don't overspend. Hashtag no flat screen TVs. Y'all don't need any more TVs in your house, okay? Don't max out your credit cards. Don't, you know what I mean? Be smart. It's a lot going on right now. Do you think that, I mean, it should, but look, I stopped in the middle of my thought. Do you think that with everything going on in the economy and the job market, that's going to pull buyers back? Like, if you're a buyer, are you still, what y'all doing, buyers? What are you doing? What is your train of thought? If you are, talk to me down below. If you are a buyer right now, home shopping right now, what are you thinking? Are you like, my job is good, they would never let me go, I'm gonna buy a house? Are you like, I have enough in reserves, right? If something was to happen, I'm going to be okay? Or are you like, let's pump the brakes a little bit, let's hold what we got. Let's hold what we got. With all these layoffs, you guys, I'm talking about thousands of people are getting laid off. Thousands. I believe it'll be a lot of distress selling. Distress, that means you got to sell or you going under. I believe it'll be a lot of distress selling. When you see people selling in distress, a lot of times that will bring these home prices down. So is this looking like we might have a correction coming here soon on home prices, on affordability? If people start losing jobs, can't pay their mortgage, they got to sell because they can't afford anymore at a lower price. Is this a correction? Will this help affordability? What do you think? I know interest rates went down that much. Houses are still unaffordable though. Homes are still unaffordable. It does not matter, you guys, if the interest rate is low. If the home is unaffordable, it's just unaffordable, right? And that's where we are in a lot of places. I know some of y'all are like, it's lined up outside for the open houses. I know, Tinkerbell. I know you live in Never Never Land. I know, okay? But for the rest of us out here, that's not what's going on right now. So let me know what you think, and how many people can last off of, how many people can go without a check for 60 days? How many veterans can go without a check for 60 days? You know what I mean? I don't know. Just be smart, be mindful, be kind. Look, be kind, right? Investors, what are y'all doing? Are y'all still buying, or you're waiting? Or don't prey on people. Look at me. Do not prey on people in their time of need. Don't bully them. Don't intimidate them. Don't harass them. Investors, y'all know who I'm talking to. Because when somebody's in their time of need, people start coming, the wolves start coming out of the woodworks, y'all. So don't do that. That's about it, you guys. Shout out to everybody who's joined the mentorship. It starts on October 22nd, but you can come to class on Wednesday. You can join right now. The link is down below. It's 6 weeks, all about pre-foreclosures. It's the last one for 2025. A bunch of y'all joined last night. Shout out to everybody who's joined, right? It's kind of like a lifetime community once you are in the mentorship. We've got people who do REOs, BPOs, all the O's. So the link is down below if you want to join that. Check it out if you're interested in pre-foreclosures, reaching out to homeowners, helping them, and growing your portfolio as well. So I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram, you guys. I will be back with another video, the top 20 states and counties. Y'all know that video. I just butcher everybody's county name. You know, just come for the enjoyment and the excitement and the foolery. So that will be the next video. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.